Hi again, Boo here. As promised, I'm going to talk about a couple of niche fragrances that I have or am ordering, and also talk about the difference between niche and designer fragrances. Um, a little bit anyway, what I know, and what I know I could stick in a thimble, but I thought I'd share what I do know with you. And just for an FYI, yes, my name is really Boo. Um, it's not something I would have chose for myself, and we'll just leave it at that. All right, so first thing I do want to talk about is I'm going to talk about one that I just have in a sample here. I had to mark it with a Sharpie so I would know what it was. I got a sample of Bond Number 9, which is my totally I am in love with this designer or this niche house. It is the bomb. Now, it's not for everybody. It seems like everybody's split into two houses, either the Creed house or the Bond Number 9. I like Bond Number 9. I've tried lots of Creeds, but that was years ago. I may try them again in the future, when I run out of Bond Number 9s to sniff out. But anyway, I am a Bond Number 9 girl, and this one that I have in this little bottle here is New Harlem. And this one at first, this one at first, I really liked it, but I didn't like the dry down. It got a little too masculine for me, a little too heavy on the men's cologne, kind of I don't even know what notes kind of came through, but to me it was more woody, oaky, mossy kind of a smell at the end. The first time I put it on. And I thought, I was just going to get rid of the rest of this sample here, and thinking I'd never wear it again. And then yesterday I tried it again. It was a visceral experience. It really was. It was so bizarre how the first time, I tried it on, I wasn't that crazy about it. But no, that's not that crazy. That happens to me all the time. But anyway, I tried it on again yesterday, and the sillage is just perfect. I mean, it's just one of those, you leave a slight waft of aroma as you pass by. The lasting power on it is really good on my skin. Haven't tried it on my clothes yet. But one thing I do notice about Bond Number 9 fragrances is that they don't have a big dry down usually. New Harlem is a little different than most of them, but still, it doesn't change a lot between the top notes and the dry down notes, the base notes. It does change a little bit. I have some other Bond Number 9s that do not. I mean, and that's one thing I appreciate about them, because you fall in love with the fragrance as soon as you sniff it, and then it completely changes its entire flavor as you wear it. And Bond Number 9, another really good thing I like about them is it's one of the few fragrances, and I don't know if this is with a lot of the really high-priced niche houses, but it smells better on my skin than it does my clothes. Mixing with your musky oils and sweat, and I know I don't make that sound very enticing, but I'm here to tell you, when I say a visceral experience, I am not kidding, all the way to my toes. This almost makes me put my O face on. I mean, it is that extraordinary to me. And how I could go from one side of the scale to the other? Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Maybe I'm olfactorily schizophrenic. It's a theory. Anyway, I love it. It's like going to be on my favorites list. I swear to God it's going to be on my favorites list. I totally love it. Like I said, the dry down does end up a little masculine, but it's fun and it's lovely and it's different and it's rich, and it reminds me of, I don't even know what it reminds me of. When I was a kid, I was like 15 at Starbucks, and one of the very original, well, the original Starbucks down at Pikes Market in Seattle. And it was the smells of there. It was the sweet smells of the coffee, a little bit of the underbelly of the city. There's a little stank in there, They put a little dirt in there, a little funk from the city in there, but it really works. It's just divine. I can't even begin to tell you. And don't be afraid, ladies, to wear these unisex fragrances. You will be so different than everybody else that's wearing the Victoria's Secrets and all that. You are just going to smell extraordinary. I mean, every time I wear a Bond number 9, somebody is just like freaking out trying to figure out what I'm wearing and chasing me down. I'm not even kidding. It's visceral, not just for me, but for other people who smell it when I'm around, I guess. I don't know. So, I was going to tell you the top notes are, am I on the right one? No, okay, let's do this way. Patchouli, lavender, vanilla, coffee, cedar, and bergamot. And the dry down, you really smell the coffee, the cedar, and the bergamot. You really do. I can't even begin to explain to you how much you need to try this fragrance out. Get a sample though, because most of the Bond number 9 and the niche fragrances are kimchi fragrances. You may love them and you may not love them. So, but I know, even if you don't love one, they have lots of fragrances and they're always making more. And you will find something in there that will trip your trigger. I guarantee it. So that's Bond number 9, New Harlem. My bottle is on the way. Ha! So, what is with this opera crap I'm doing today? I don't know. Anyway, and the other one I wanted to talk about was Coney Island. This is what got me started with the Bond number 9 fragrances. It is exceptional. It's a cool bottle. Me and my blue glass. Love it, love it, love it. And the bottles, some of the bottles are pretty fancy, but most of them are just plain. Like the New Harlem, I don't think it's much different than this. It's not blue glass though. It's just, I think, clear, maybe yellow glass, and with the little symbol in the front. But some of them get really elaborate, some of these. Oh, 2 words. Margarita mix. But we're talking top shelf margarita mix that you would get at a Skyline Club in New York City. Oh, and this is one that does not change a lot when you wear it from moment to moment. So I will put it on, and it has really good staying power. In most niche houses, they do not. Just as because of the way they're made and the ingredients that they're made with. This one has great staying power. This bottle's going to last me a long time. I mean, and it's got really good sillage where you can't offend anybody with this. And you don't smell like an alcoholic either. It's just the mix. It's not the tequila. So this is Bond number 9, Coney Island. I so recommend. Oh, yeah. So another visceral experience. And with Coney Island, top notes are melon and guava. Middle notes are caramel, cinnamon, and dark chocolate. Base notes are sandalwood, musk, vanilla, and cedar. And in all honesty, I don't smell a lot of caramel or cinnamon or dark chocolate. All the rest of it, yes, in small amounts. But it's blended so well that, yeah, I just don't think I've ever smelled those other ingredients. Mostly margarita mix, and I can't even begin to tell you how fabulous of a fragrance that is. So that's Bond number 9, Coney Island. Totally recommend. And I was going to talk about niche houses. I only got a minute here or so. From what I understand, a niche house like your Bond number 9s, your Kilians, they only make perfume. They aren't a clothing designer that makes perfume on the side. That's a designer fragrance. Niche houses are Bond number 9s, your Kilians, like I said. And also, technically, it's the Demeters or Demeters, however you want to say it, your Comptoir Saint Pacifiques. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's not niche. Niche means it's not a mainstream fragrance. It's not sold in general to the general population. It's made by specific perfumeries. Whew, that's a hard one to say. And but now that the word is expanding, and like most of our language does, our words in our English language, now it's starting to encompass high quality fragrance ingredients, only the top notch, so that they wouldn't just use popcorn like Demeter. They would use a popcorn kernel farted out by Julie Andrews as she's saying, "The hills are alive on the Swiss Alps." Seriously. So anyway, that's niche. This is Boo. Peace.